Welcome to One Question at a Time, the TSI series. Question 203. What is the nth number in this sequence? So if I asking about the positions of number 12 in this sequence, we will say 12 is the second number in this sequence. So n in this place is n equal 2. Okay, so the position of number 5 is n equal 1, the first number in the sequence. Okay, so I say the first one, the second one in the sequence, the third one in the sequence is 19, and then the fourth one, okay, in the sequence is 26, so on, and then they're asking for nth positions. Okay, so they will follow a pattern. Okay, so we have to find it, and the easiest way is just plug in. So at n equal 1, if you give it 5, the answer is 5, then that's mostly the correct answer. Okay, if it not, then we just skip it. For example, if I plug in n equal 1, this is n equal, okay, n equal 1, you have 6 times 1 minus 1. That is 5. Perfect. Now continue. If it's 12, okay, 12 is the second position, so n equal 2. So now you will have 6 times 2 minus 1. This one is 11, it's not 12, so A is not the correct answer. Okay, because one of them is wrong, then we just ignore the rest. Now let's try B. We have 4, okay, n is 1, my plus 1, so 4 times 1 plus 1 is 5. That's correct. Now try the second positions, that 4 times 2 plus 1 is 9. 4 times 2 is 8, and 1 is 9. It's different from 12. So B is not the correct answer. Now we try C. We have 7 times 1 minus 2, that's 5. Yes. 7 times 1 is 7, minus 2 is 5. Now 7, we try the next one is 7 times 2, and is 2, okay, minus 2. 7 times 2 is 14, minus 2 is 12. That looks like it's correct. Okay, so keep that. I don't want to work with the bigger numbers, so I try D to see if it's the wrong answers. Then I can just choose C. Okay, so for D, if I plug in 3 times n is 1 plus 2, that's 5. Okay, now try the second one, is n is 2, so 3 times 2 is 6. 6 at 2 is 8, so D is not correct answer. So we can choose C as the correct answer without working on the bigger numbers. How about if we don't want to solve for it like this? You know, this one is you can find in between like in the sequence from 5 to 12 from the first one, the second, and then 19 is the third one, and then the fourth one is 26. So we will find the pattern between that list. Okay, so we will have in between 5 and 12 that you add 7. You cannot do the multiplication to get 12. So you know that is 7. Then you have add 7 more. Then you add 7 more. But then for the first one, you will have 5. Okay, so you know that you will have 7n. You will add something to 7, right? So for example, 12, you add 5. 7 add 5. And then for 12, you add 7, you got 9. Which just means you have 7 times 7 add 5. 7. Okay, so 12 is 7 add 5. Okay, so you have 19 is 12 add 7. Okay, 12 add 7 or 7 add 12, and then 12 is 7 add 5. So now you have 7n add 5. Okay, but then you see that if you try to plug in n equal 1, how can the first one will be, you will have like 7n, okay, and then how can you make it plus 5 that equal 5? How can you make it happen when n equal 1, right? So you will plug in 7 times 1 is 7, okay? So you cannot add 5 to make it 5. So you have to subtract 2. So you will have 5 equals 7, subtract 2. Then if you add 7, you will have 7 times 2 minus 2. Or you can think about you have 7 as 7 minus 2. Just like the 7. Okay. Add 5. 5 is 7 minus 2. Now when I see 5, I just doing as 7 minus 2. So when n right here is 1, n is 1, I have my 7 times 1 minus 2. So this is, I have 2 factor of 7, so that is 7 times 2 minus 2. Then right here I have 3 factor of 7, that I have 7 times 3 minus 2, because my plus 5 is 7 minus 2. Okay, so basically when you try to go forward to find the pattern of the sequence, it's easier when you have the multiple choice and it's just one of them is the answer, so just plug in, it's easier to work with. Thank you for participating in this series and see you next time.